Hello again, it's Chris Weicht. We're back to tell you of the third attempted Soviet non-stop flight from Russia to the United States in 1937. After Levinesky returned to Russia from the United States via the British Columbia coast, he delivered the American-built Vultee V-1AS aircraft to the Soviet airbase of Sevastopol on the Black Sea, where he later, in company with General Alexis, the head of the Russian Air Force, and their families, attempted to flee Russia. Both he and General Alexis were arrested. However, because Levinesky was a popular figure and a hero of the Soviet Union, his arrest put the Soviets in an embarrassing position, as they had given significant publicity to his upcoming flight from Moscow to Fairbanks, Alaska. Now, he and General Alexis were in Lubyanka prison for attempting to flee the Soviet paradise. Levinesky's polar flight was scheduled for August 12, 1937, with foreign journalists witnessing its departure ceremony along with Joseph Stalin and party officials. However, absent from the occasion was Levinesky's wife, Natalie, and their two children. In the final moments before takeoff, General Alexis, who had been allowed to attend, embraced his close friend. Alexis would later be returned to prison, where he was tortured and eventually shot. The Russian people were witnessing the third transpolar flight of the and the Soviets were acting out yet another drama of the attempt to bridge the United States and the USSR. The DBA variant of Tupolev's ANT-6 had a range of 2,796 miles, and pilot Sigismund Levinesky must be keenly aware that it was 3,600 miles from Moscow to Fairbanks, Alaska. News reports stated that the DBA took off at 6:15 p.m. Moscow time, Thursday, August 12, 1937. And on Friday, August 13th, Moscow announced that a message was received from Levinesky reporting that they were at an altitude of 20,000 feet and were experiencing a 60-mile-an-hour headwind, and at 1:40 p.m., the aircraft reported it was in dense cloud and was crossing the North Pole. 1 hour later, shortly before 3 p.m. Moscow reported that the aircraft had experienced a damaged oil line, resulting in an engine failure to one of its starboard engines, and it was descending to 14,000 feet. Canadian and American signal stations had yet to hear anything from the aircraft, until an Anchorage, Alaska station reported a message 23 hours after takeoff that Levinesky's aircraft was going down, and then silence. On August the 14th, the New York Times reported that the Soviets were starting a vast rescue attempt and that they were sending the icebreaker Krasen to Alaska. The newspaper also reported that the Russians had requested Australian Arctic explorer Sir Herbert Wilkins to lead the search. Moscow then acquired 2 aircraft for Wilkins' Arctic search, a consolidated PBY-5 Catalina for the ice-free period, and a Lockheed 10A Electra on skis for use after freeze-up. Both aircraft would be based at Coppermine in the Northwest Territories of Canada during the 5-month-long search. Each of these aircraft were flown by Canadian pilots Herbert Hollick Kenyon, Al Cheeseman, and Archie McMullen, who covered over 34,000 square miles and flew north to within 120 miles of the North Pole during the search. On August 20th, 1937, the Soviets declared that aerodrome mechanics had deliberately crippled Levinesky's DBA aircraft and had been arrested and summarily dealt with. Then, on November 19th, 1937, aircraft designer Tupolev was arrested and sent to Lubyanka prison, where he received the death sentence for causing the crash of Levinesky's DBA aircraft. The search was abandoned in March 1938 when Sir Herbert Wilkins received a terse message from the Russians, ordering the search to be ended. Unofficial searches for Levinesky's aircraft and reports of possible sightings were received both in northern Yukon Territory and Alaska to this day, but without any positive results. For more information, or to purchase Red Star over Canada, contact the author Chris Weicht at coasteagle@yahoo.com. Thank you very much for